Well, good morning, everybody. Just going to do a little bit of an equipment check here before the beach hunting video. This is on a Thursday morning. I'm just checking my equipment, getting everything ready to go before my beach hunt trip to Jacksonville Beach tomorrow. And I thought I would just go over it a little bit, and because I've had some people ask me, what do I use, how do I have it set up, and this type of thing. So I'm going to go over it with you for a couple of minutes here, and I'll just include this video on with the beach hunting video for tomorrow. So let's just get started here. Okay, so what I use, I have a little pouch here. As you can see, it's got a window in it. It's a waterproof pouch that I wear over my shoulder that I keep my cell phone and wallet in and that type of thing, in case I would need to make a call or have trouble or whatever, So I have this little waterproof pouch, and it works very, very well. I mean, I've never had any problem with the cell phone getting wet or anything like that. So for my night hunting, I have this headlamp. It's got 3 different degrees of brightness on it, and it tilts down, up, however, and it works pretty good. It it takes AAA batteries, and I got it at Home Depot for like $40. So it is a Coast headlamp, and it works really, really well. So if you're going to do any night hunting, you might want to consider that. I also wear a little glove. This is like a weightlifter's glove. Not that I'm a weightlifter, but on my hand with the scoop, because, when you dig a lot of holes, sometimes your hand gets really sore from the scoop handle. So I just wear that as a little bit of protection. On my feet, always. I never go metal detecting on the beach barefooted. I just don't do it. As anybody that's done any hunting on the beach at all knows what kind of stuff's out there to step on. So I have, these are just dive booties, and they're Aqualung Echo 5mm dive boots. They work very, very well. I mean, they dry out very nicely. When I get home, I rinse them out and just set them on a couple of poles I have sticking up, and they get all dried out and ready to go. So they work very, very, very well. Got something on your feet. They're not heavy, and so they just work out real, real good. Okay, here's something I've got. This is my pouch. Now this pouch is really, really nice. And I got this from Myers Metal Detectors, where I get all my stuff from Phil Myers down in Tampa. I tell you, you just can't go wrong with Phil. I mean, he treats you right every time. He's got as good as or better pricing than some of the big boys, and I've dealt with them as well in the past, but I just use Phil now. And this is a mesh bag. It's got a big pocket for the your trash and stuff, and it's got a smaller pocket here for your good finds. And this works really, really well. You've all had where you dump your pouch out and you got all the dirt and the sand in it. Well, this filters it out, and then you go in the water and it washes stuff off too. So it's really a nice pouch. And this, I think it was $29 from Phil. And I looked at other pouches, the same pouch that I do have one that I bought quite a while ago that I got from another company, and it was $10 more expensive. It's exactly the same pouch. So, if you're looking to buy anything, give Phil a call. I mean, you can't go wrong. He'll treat you right every time. So anyway, going on, my pinpointer is just the old Garrett Carrot. Works very, very well. And I use the Excalibur 1000. It's a little bit of an older one. But I tell you what, it works great. It's just a beast. And I have it hip mounted. And I also have run it down here so you can see the setup I have there. I've got the remote pinpoint switch on here, and this is kind of like a travel shaft, so if I need to, I can break it down or whatever, you know, to carry it with me. So it's a lot lighter, and it just works really, really well. I'm considering putting a new coil. I'm thinking about a Nell Thunder coil on this to get a little bit better footprint and maybe go a little deeper. So I'm considering that, and if I do that, I'll definitely put that on a video. Now, I did do a modification on the headphones. You know, the headphones that come with the Excalibur, they sound good, but they're just not good headphones. I mean, you know, you can hear everything through them. If it's a windy day, you can't pick up, you know, really, really faint signals. So, a friend of mine out in California, Tony Eisenhower, has done some modification on headphones. He uses these MSA left-rights. So I took and I modified these because they fit really good. They fit nice and snug, and they really block out the noise. So I took the speakers out of my blue MindLab COS headphones and inserted them in here. So they work really, really well. I also mount my camera right there on the headphones. You know, I had it on the bill of my cap for quite a while, but the thing of it is, if you get a warm day, you know, the camera gets heavy, it pulls the cap down, and so I started mounting it on my headphones, and it works very, very well. It allows you to kind of hear the signals that I hear as well, and it gives a little bit different view. So that's been working out very, very well. And you can see I'm getting it ready to go for tomorrow. And in my beach scoop, I use a Staver scoop, the Excavator 2.2, and I've got the Sunspout carbon fiber handle on it. Now that is just a gem. That scoop drains very, very well. It's light. And, you know, sometimes you might have some little earrings or something fall through, but you can always pick those up. But this scoop is just a beast. It works really, really good. Wet sand, dry sand, it doesn't make any difference. This scoop works extremely, extremely well, and I like it a lot. So that's pretty much my beach gear. Now, if I'm going to do some dirt fishing, I'll use my E-Track and my little shovel there. I'm not as much of a fan of dirt fishing anymore. The older I get, the harder it is to get down and get back up. So I'm pretty much sold on beach hunting. That's my preference. And, you know, for the settings that I use on my Excalibur, I put the Anderson knobs on it. Very nice knobs. Easy to put on. So my discrimination is all the way down to 1. The sensitivity is either auto or 10. Volume, I crank it all the way up. Threshold, you know, that's a personal preference. And I hunt in all metal pinpoint most of the 90% of the time. So this is just this rig has worked out very, very well for me. I like it, and if you got any questions or anything, just leave a comment, and I'll do my best to answer it. I'm not real tech savvy. I have a lot of friends that are tech savvy. Tony Eisenhower, for one, he lives in San Diego. The man is a wizard when it comes to modifications and stuff like that, and he's great to deal with. Just send him an email at tony@idigbeaches.com, and he will he'll answer you. You know, he'll help you any way he can. You know, another person out there, if you got any questions, you know, does a lot of hunting, is my buddy Ross, the Silver Sniffer. He just a good guy, and he can help you with questions as well. So, and old Beach Nut, He's outstanding. So here again, if you got any questions, you want to buy a detector, or you got something to trade in, or you're looking for anything, this is the guy, Phil Myers. Myers Metal Detectors, Tampa, Florida. And there's the phone number, 813-732-7433. And his website is metaldetectorguru.com. And I promise you, Phil will treat you right. So give him a call. Tell him I sent you. And I will see you on the beach.